So we are just booting up and doing some TTF for the night. Feel like hating yourself? I mean, if you want to play another character, it's fine. All up to you, though. We don't technically need a fort. You can play whatever you want. Live in a happy world or a sad world, but it's a world if you're choosing. Don't mind me. Oh, no Zalore here. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, that reminds me, Chad. If you see the Bartle room, could you Zalore them for free kills on Confuse? It's important we do that for Viridian if we want to get hard up items. Right now, I don't think it matters because we're green ID. Oh, rare Hildator, really? Okay. Well, I would prefer if you perish. Frozen Shooter, 0 hit. We'll pick it up. Well, apparently, today is paid off. I don't use Dark Flow on this character, so I don't really care if you heal. Reminder. I don't know if Remotebattery's using it or not. I feel like QCast is one of those characters where, like, I could use endgame items, or he's just so broken that it doesn't matter. It's kind of an alleviating feeling. I was worried it would be like, oh, you know, I'm in episode 2, and it's like, oh no, how do I kill a boss? I don't have Dark Flow's, like, 5 hit to kill mini bosses and everything else. And then, like, I just combo kill everything with QCast. Like, oh wait, I don't have to care. Oh, well, I sort of got the damage glitch. Could have been better. I mean, like, 2 Vulcan shots downs the dragon. I don't need Dark Flow for that. I'd lose, like, a tiny bit of time, I guess. But in terms of, like, getting this character online, I don't feel like he has the same requirements as, like, the Humar or, like, the Hunu World did, where they just felt kind of miserable before that for bosses. They just didn't quite do enough damage, or they had accuracy, but nothing to really do with it. UCAST has all the damage. It's like, oh, did you give him a 50 hit? Yeah, he could kill every boss. GG. Also, I'll split slimes, just to get more PD chances for the group. No! Rip. Oh, you Gafoed the slime out of existence. Don't do that, please. I could have had one more slime. I don't mind you rebartering them because it splits them, but if you Gafoe them, that's just GG. Can't get those back. No worries. I'm gonna do the slime glitch here. I'm gonna let team clear that up. I think between 3 people you got that room. I'm not needed there. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3. We're gonna do... Puts me in a good position to be ready for the door. And then even if I miss one, it doesn't really matter. Killing these, I think, is like the most XP I can get. Compared to like doing a Lily room. Requires like no effort. And if the team is slow for whatever reason it's in the next room, then I'm like more than ready for this area. I can tell Pipe to speed things up for the team. I'm gonna switch into Disco Brayman again. Again, like I have Disco Brayman, so if I ever want to just drain my health to 0 and Dark Flow, I could. I just don't think he needs it. It's like, it's good, but like when your character is already on a different tier, like his version of good is like some people's excellent. Like, this doesn't matter. Like, here's an example where I don't really need to try very hard. I'm gonna go, oh please Allure. Please Allure the boss. I could Jaya this thing out of existence if I need to. Yeah, the Refoe damage will not be bigger than the Jaya damage. Unfortunately, we can't Zalore the robot boss. Here's an example of like very small, minute things. As long as I'm not required to be the first person in the room. No worries, I know you're breaking out the rust. But like, here's an example where even if these creatures don't get Zalored, while the team is doing that, I could still just kill this room for free, essentially. I might as well ask. So if there are like some IDs that have skins there, I'm not that far behind the team. I can still assist. And it's just free PD checks. I was only doing that originally for events, but honestly, like, unless I'm running like a super, super hyper optimized TTF, I don't think it really matters, because we have downtime here anyway. Like, it doesn't really matter if I spend time shooting these for PDs. The only thing that matters is that I'm in this room, I got Vulcans out. If I time it well, I can put a freeze trap down without shooting it, which is like, that was actually almost perfect. That way, even if it tries to do anything, I just mow it down. And then I think I learned if I want more XP, you could just confuse trap these. Guess what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'll let the team handle this room. Actually, let me do something else. I'm gonna show you something stupid. What a character. What an absolute character, chat. This Q-cast damage is so dumb. Don't mind me, I'm just clearing this whole other room while they deal with Sinnohs. I don't really see the purpose in me being in that room. I almost moved in time. That was close. We're gonna shoot with a little better accuracy. There we go, we're gonna shoot that. I could technically kunai it, but it's fine. So while we're waiting for everybody to get by, we'll just get free kills while we're waiting. I'm gonna switch to red handgun to stun. I need... Who's gonna be bolt up duty? Got to ask. Assuming the ranger? I'm gonna assume the ranger. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slow it down. We should be good. Otherwise, I could switch to the things. Yes, I'm full screen. Oh no. Chat got confused where it was. No. Okay, so reminder, if you're player 1, it's always to your right. So you can either turn and immediately hold back right in order to face it, or if you aren't sure, you can play it a little bit. Now what I can do to speed it up is I do have Twin Blaze. So if the boss gets away, I can at least take advantage of my massive ATP. In fact, if there's another Hugh-cast, we could technically double Twin Blaze it to death. I think that's stupid damage. But I bring this as my backup for the boss. It does very little monitor damage, and it uses the Hugh-cast ATP, which is massive. I'm just gonna move over here preemptively. Let's see if we can stun it on spawn. So, went a little slow, but that's partially my fault. So, for this one, as long as I don't get targeted, this boss should just disappear. So, I should kill it in like 6 hits. No worries, it's fine. It's always a learning experience with the game. Where am I aiming? Game, please. That caused me to get hit. I deserve that. I was holding forward, but I think I hit like attack the frame that I was able to move, but was not yet moving. Unfortunate. I get trolled like that every now and then, like if I just attack too quickly in Dark Falls' fight, that happens too. So chat did that. I'm not going to be first in the room, so I can't do the fast clear. Unfortunately, if I'm not first in the room, I can't get the sorcerer to stick around, because normally what'll happen is that the sorcerer will teleport. Silly of me. So I can actually make the sorcerer not teleport the first time if I'm literally the first person. If I'm not, it's not a big deal. I can just pop the crystal while I'm waiting. Otherwise, you have to wait regardless. Also, rip my buffs. Still doing okay damage even without a buff. I mean, it definitely could be better, but take it. We're gonna put down a couple of these traps. Today has not been my day with aiming. That's better. I don't think Green Knight gets anything from those. We kill this sorcerer for Psycho Wand, but that's about it. I'm gonna go put down a teleplate. I don't think it matters. I can leave it on Charge Ray Gun. As long as I have shift to 30, I have enough ATP to kill those spinners in one shot with Charge Ray Gun. Otherwise, I was using Red Handgun both on the other boss and as well as the other spinners. So yeah, we'll clean it up on the next one. Do I use a controller? Yes. I have a lot of keys bound with Joy to Key. That way I can use my full 0 to 9. Back up slightly so we can line up for the triple shot. After that, it should be pretty smooth sailing. We don't really have a reason to get hit by spinners at this point, though it can be a little disorienting with Gofoe. That's sometimes. But it's better for the team to Gofoe. It does speed up the run. This. I don't know if I really want to go for the far one. Okay, check out the far one. That's good. I'm a hunter. I need to be close. Like, I'll dip out on like the first two, but it's possible that like we killed this one and then we get to the boss, which could be really awkward. Dots here. There should be, if we killed all of them, it should just be 2 to proc the next one. We'll see. What controller do I use? Xbox One, I think, because I got tired of the controller compatibility issues. Like, I used to use PlayStation 3 and other sort of controllers, but it just got really annoying where sometimes it would load the controller and then like I didn't have the adapter open, so they would just lock me out of the game, and then I'd have to restart the computer or restart the controller adapter. And I'm like, you know what? I don't have that issue with Xbox One. I'm just gonna use that. Yeah, I even used like Switch controllers for a while. Like technically anything works. Nicely done though. You could probably get a GameCube controller to work. I don't have that nostalgia, so I never tried, but there are cord adapters you could do, so you like plug the GameCube controller thing into another thing, which converts it into something that's more PC friendly. That is possible to do. I got really confused to where I was for a second, I'm not gonna lie, my bad. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm so used to being player 1, I'm like, wait a minute, this looks weird. We're gonna hover Vulcan in case it comes back. Damn. Nicely done though. So I botched the boss fight there. I didn't get the Vulcan shots there. It's kind of like that. Like I basically have to be standing on the edge, the outer edge of the inner smaller ring of the bigger ring, and then I can land 3 full combos. But it's just way easier to use Charge Ray Gun. So I think in some scenarios I just swap into that weapon just because. Yeah, we'll speed up the next run. Or just de-rust. I think I'll do a similar thing before. I think I won't confuse the Sinnohs since we're doing V101 hunts. I think I'll just go with the next room and kill everything, because you guys can just choose to do that. Outer of the inner, the bigger of the smaller, something like that. Yeah, if I'm not stepping on where the text is, it's not going to do as well there. So things to improve. I think if we're not going to Zalor the initial room, there's no point to confuse trapping. Actually, Chris, when we go into TTF in the beginning, can you turn to the right and refoe those boxes? That saves me like a 4-second walk to go open those, because otherwise I have to throw a Disca. So if you like Zalor, refoe the boxes, or Zalor, whichever first. I'll confuse trap on the way out of TTF just to get free kills. And I think for where can we tighten it up? For caves, I think Chris is long. You can stick with me if you want, but you have to Rebarda the slimes. That does speed it up. It's up to you if you want to kill any of the lilies for more PDs. You basically can choose to kill either the first lily room or the second lily room with somebody, and then that should be fine. I can maybe assist depending on the timing on the second lily. Otherwise, I need to be moving pretty quickly, so that way I don't end up lagging the team. But in theory, I could be the person that opens up the cave warp. So I don't think that's going to change. And then also, if you can, when we go into the mines room, the first set of robots, if you Zalore those, we could just also get a lot of free kills with minimal effort. Also, we finished the soundtrack. There we go, chat. We did it. I think those, like, little things will help quite a bit. Spawned at the corner. That felt so weird. I have my vices there. They technically do more damage. I guess in the beginning, I'm not going to be using charge. Doesn't really matter. Basically, what I'll do when I enter this room, I delete the enemy. Then I usually check for boxes. And if you Zalore at some point in this room, we're good. Yeah, there we go. That way I can just walk away, and they should die. Team doesn't have to fight them, they should be fine. With Zalore and Confuse, it's usually enough to kill 3 of them every single time. So you don't even need to weaken them more. If you do want to weaken them for the Confuse, I'd actually recommend a Fire Trap instead of doing another Confuse. Because I'm usually the last out of the room. So I'm going to reapply Confuse anyway. Does. So yeah, I think if we do those strats, we'll just get more kills in the run. It won't necessarily speed up the timer. It's just a way of optimizing, like, what can we do while moving. Because technically you can always do the run faster in many different ways. You can do the Katana Warp or any of those other crazy strats. But honestly, at this point, team mostly just wants PDs, team wants levels. So where do you squeeze out a little XP without losing time? And the answer is usually Confuse Traps. Like, technically I can Confuse Trap the Barans in the other room versus fighting them. But I think I'd rather just get the full XP to kill them. I'm gonna stand... Well, I guess I could start moving towards the exit. Usually the boss doesn't drop me anything interesting. Case in point. Menuing was terrible there. Let's try that again. Synchronized walking. Music is a little loud. Turn it down slightly. Probably just the remaster soundtrack itself, because I think the other music was okay. Unless Chad just didn't say anything on the other soundtrack, in which case that's awkward. Can't do anything about that. We're gonna go ahead and slime dupe. Now that we did that, we're gonna go ahead and kill them instantly by putting a flame trap here, and yeah, there we go. Okay, we're gonna pause trick through here. We can freeze trap technically. This team wants to do nano dragons. I personally don't care either way. By the time we do this, team's basically all caught up. I probably want that power material. I'm gonna be a little slow here, so I might need one person to come with me to make sure we don't lose time on this. That way they could get to the door, because I have to hold still for this, or else I don't dupe them properly. Now I can slowly start moving towards the door. Oh. Wow, I was still that fast through there? Huh. Normally I'd lose a lot of time there. Oh well. I guess not. We'll take that. Anyway, there's just a lot of enemies killed with, like, minimal effort. I mean, I don't even need to use my weapon aside from using the trap glitch. Oh, that is so weird to not be player one. I was like, where am I? There we go. Yeah, I've learned. this should be GG. I don't need to use another Jaya here. Save a little bit of money. I mean, technically, if I want to save money in general, I could probably just keep my Gunyear equipped. It is slightly more accuracy, I think. Pure Learning, maybe. Yeah, I have to get used to all the other player spawns. I'm so used to being player 1. I grinder, though. If you use the lore of this room, this would save a lot of time. Game name? The game we're playing, or you mean the actual lobby? Is free kill, move away. This is Phantasy Star Online on the Ephinea server. This is a little awkward. Sometimes I have like Murphy refoe these so I could get through. I managed to get through okay that time though. So what I'm gonna do, if I time it directly well, I'm gonna be like right here, right as the thing spawns. I wait for the visual of the enemy so I don't need to bother with trap shooting, and it freezes every time. I'm gonna put some freeze traps down as I leave. I'm gonna go deal with the other room. Take a safety die mate in case I get clipped by something stupid. What a character. 40 hit arms, no special, disappointing. I'm gonna go this way so I don't get lasered. I think that was my big mistake last time. That was much cleaner. That way I could just telepipe for the team if they really need it. Oh, come. Thought I was out of range. Disappointing. Anyway, I'll put a telepipe down. Team needs it. I'm gonna switch to red handgun. Although I don't think it can really assist. So player 1 just has to make sure they turn right, spread needle. Should be good. So after this, I'm gonna go and restock on my telepipes. But technically it's on my left, but I shouldn't need to do anything with the spread needle as player 1. So I'll bear witness. If I see it going awry, I'll react to it. Otherwise, I'm gonna let the stun lock happen. Well, I guess on the plus side, we stopped it from doing anything. I wasn't sure if that was caught or not, so I shot it. My bad. I would really prefer to use this gun. If we pop that quick enough, we don't worry about anything. So I'm gonna hold forward, and hopefully the character will face forward before I press this attack button, or I'm gonna feel very sad. I'm still holding forward. There we go. That time I corrected my angle. This should be GG. You cast damage is dumb. Doesn't really matter what I use, I think, on the character. Reverse through here, so I'm gonna switch to Vulcan. Pause trick through here. Use trap pause, go in the corner. That works. Alright, so I'm gonna do my advanced strat. I'm gonna go first in the room. Let's try this. I'm gonna freeze trap roughly in the middle, then I'm gonna zigzag. Or not. Fine. I failed my zigzag. I think I gotta relearn the angle. That's twice now I messed up that trick, which makes me sad. It does work, it's just... I think what I'm doing wrong is I am too far to the middle of that doorway. So what'll happen is I can go on the left side, then go in between them pretty quickly normally, and that lets me get close enough to the sorcerer that the sorcerer doesn't. But if my camera angle is weird because I'm too much in the middle, then it doesn't really help me at all. That's what happened there, I'm pretty sure. So we'll make an adjustment next time. The downside is I only get to practice that once, like, every 10 minutes. I can't just repeat that over and over. Might as well kill you. Anyway, Sorcerer's dead. We'll just move on. Charge Ray Gun. You can take my teleplay. Yeah, I think I need to come through. It would be the best way. Do I bother recorrecting to go to the middle of the room, the freeze trap? Maybe that's what's messing me up. In this part I have mostly down. There's not really... I think this has been solved. I don't usually get hit by spinners anymore. I think learning to play with Dark Flow has helped with positioning through this. I've learned to navigate my movement mostly through the minimap if I need it, versus the visuals, because this is like a cluster of visuals for sure. But if I just look at the minimap, I can see where the gaps are. As long as I circle near them, we should be fine. Even afford to go near the spinners. I don't have anything to worry about them. Got Chris. Okay. We ended our combat near the upper half of the arena, which is all that I want. I can afford to be like a little up or down compared to the boss because I generally will not be swapping into Vulcans in the middle of the other one in case I miscounted. Sometimes we don't get a full arena clear. But if I shoot one and think that's the last one and I get stuck in place, that feels pretty bad. I almost swapped to charge ray gun in time. I was very close. The menu was up, I hit confirm, but Vulcan attack animation says no. Yeah, I think I could get 2 pot shots every time. And I just gotta go out of the center here. There we go. Not targeting me. You can tell by the arm it's using. If the arm is on the same side as me, I know it's gonna hit me. My visual cue. And I can panic. There, it's gonna hit me. Oh, it hit middle. Never mind. We're good with that. I guess it was technically past the halfway part of the line, so I guess it could have been middle. I should have enough to survive if I do a combo and do a heal. That should be fun. We're gonna hover Vulcan in case I'm allowed to play the game. Okay, I'm allowed to play the game. Hits and gets the Lord, it's so over. GG, didn't even need it apparently. Too much damage. You cast OP. I think that was a better run. I think I still messed up the zigzag. I gotta practice that again after not playing for a while. Because I could do like all on the right side, but the problem with that is like if they have the early start, like the zigzag can deal with the early start, but if I mess up the movement into the zigzag, it gets me caught. That makes sense. If I get the early start and I go on the right side, the same thing that happens when I go on the left there occurs. I'm not sure what causes them to react before you're in the room. Sometimes they just skip their little wavy hand animation. That really messes me up. So yeah, we'll do a couple more TTFs and then we'll call it, I think. This will be like a short little bit of the stream. Yeah, we had like an okay pattern with falls. We lost time. I think getting to falls, we were fine. Just had kind of an unfortunate middle pattern versus falls. If there's anything wrong with that. We did a good cleanup on the final phase. I guess I don't technically need my Vice for this run. By the way. The menu a little less. If I was using Dark Flow, I would be using Vice over Vulcan every time. But honestly, it's like the difference of a little bit of a percentage. Okay. Now, if I'm using the 60 hit Vice, then that makes a difference. But I think this is just the Vice. Yeah, we got S parts on for accuracy, V101, Smart Link, Heavenly Arms, Heavenly Ability. So that way we cap our luck. I think eventually I can just upgrade it freely to Centurions. Might have a free one. Also, note to self. Hunters, droids, males. Okay, that. This character does have the that shortcut set up. Yeah, I think I got one more in me, chat, and then I'm gonna head off. We did a good stream, like a good 5.5 hours. Makes up for yesterday, I think. Anything else I want to do? I think otherwise we're getting all the optional kills without losing time. We're losing time on like Vault Up, which is fine. It's just, that's what happens when we don't have like a Galatine stun lock. But I think in terms of the crowd control, I think it's okay. It isn't like super wildly out of control. Spread Needle can be annoying on the first shot. Otherwise, I don't know. I think the team is mostly fine through their movements throughout. I wasn't seeing anything too huge. I think otherwise team's doing a good job of cleaning up caves. Don't have any complaints with mines. I think chat's doing fine there. Ruins, mostly my fault. But it's also like 1 in the morning. So that could also be it. Just trying to visualize it. I go through the door. Do I cut the... Is it what I'm doing it wrong? Do I need to cut the corner? Maybe I need to cut the corner. I'm trying to think. I'm off by like a step and a half, if that makes sense. Like, I could tell like what has gone wrong, but not why it went wrong. TP in the last ruin, second half kill. Sure. Yeah, I could do that. We're waiting on Chris. Where is Chris? Internet went out or something. I didn't see anything saying he would need time. Check the chat log. Maybe I missed it. Nope. So we'll give him another minute or two. Otherwise, we'll get started. Rip. I'm not sure where Chris is, and he's not responding. We'll give him another 30 seconds to say something in the chat. Otherwise, continue. I don't mind doing a 3-man TTF, or if there's somebody who wants to fill in, just let me know. But this will be the final run of the night. Maybe he fell asleep. Hopefully not. For him, it's Australian time. So it'd be his morning. In a different sense.
I'm a ghost!
I'm a ghost indeed. Yeah, he's a very different time zone. It should be like PM for him, I think. Versus like the midnight hours. Okay, so I'm assuming his internet went down or something. If there's anybody that wants to hop in, this is the final call. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and conclude TTF for the night. Yes, I can feed this thing star atomizers. Okay. I think we've given enough time for courtesy. Let's move on. I think you can start TTF. Should be fun, as long as we get the shift buff. Just means my damage calculations are a little different, that's all. If Remote Battery is Twin Blaze, it might be faster for us to double Twin Blaze the Vault up without the right shifter. I'm gonna do the box check, but sadly we're not gonna get a kill here. Unless we like really weaken them. Might put one more fire trap down and maybe kill them. Maybe that'll work. So I lost a little time doing the boss check, but I think that should guarantee a kill even without Zalor. Kind of worked. And that damage is so dumb. On my HP. My brain did not focus on the words there. That was definitely fatigue. I was like, where's Charge Vulcan? And I'm like, duh, it's like 3 from the top where it always is. Brain off. Oh no, only shift to 17? Oh, we gotta get you some upgrades. No. Should not be doing 17. Let's see if we got a spare shift to 20 after this round. That makes solo play way easier. Because usually Forest gives a decent amount of 15. But we do so many other quests that net it in. Oh, okay. But not enough MST. We can fix that. That's not an issue. We'll be like, Kaiser, hold on to this mag for like 5 moments. Yeah, we have like 1,000,000 mind mags. If all you want is the MST to learn, we can loan that mag out. I would rather do that for sure. Okay. I guess I'll try to courtesy. We're gonna dupe into. We're gonna kill this. Kill you. See? Actually a big fan of confuse trapping those enemies, I can be honest with you. Our material, I kind of want to pick it up, but at the same time, I want to make sure I'm on time for this room. Yeah, I'm assuming you just lost internet. That sometimes happens, unfortunately. Side effect of internet service providers. Yeah, we're definitely just gonna be slime duping here. The nice thing is that if I get here early, it still means that chat has chances to get PDs. But they can decide whether or not they need to walk to pick them up, or if they just take my telepipe. Now, where will I spawn relative to the boss? That is the real mystery. But, no worries, Chris. I feel like I had a feeling internet happened, or maybe something came up. I have invincibility. So we're gonna try to hard carry this with Jaya, so as long as we get a Zalor here, we should be fine. Oh no, he's not Zaloring. This might be a little rough. Ooh. Damn, chat made me burn 80,000 Meseta. You guys are... Rip, I'm gonna salute that Meseta. I burned that money to make sure we cleared that boss in one cycle. Holy. That could have been so bad. I reimbursed, don't worry about it. Yeah. So I was gonna like, this character does a lot of damage. If I need to hard carry, I could do it. I'll just call that the pitfall of being Hunter. Sometimes you have to pay to win. Not really an option. I looked at her damage and I was like, there's no way without Zalor we're gonna kill that fast enough. So I used, what was that, like 7 specials to kill? But that's why we bring it, chat. Listen, if we're with a strong team, I charge Gunyear. Otherwise, Jaya. When we need to hard carry the damage, be full on Jaya. In Jaya, I trust. I don't use it in every run, but when I need it badly. That's like a personal call, how far we are. Is it really worth using the Disco Brave Man, though, on the boss as a Hunter at this point? I thought it was just better straight up to use, something like Jaya. Let the team deal with that. You know what? Since I'm not confident about my damage with level 17 Shifta, I'm gonna do a backup strat here. I'm gonna tell these Barans to go deal with themselves so I can help the team out with this. And if they don't all die, that's fine. I'm just gonna go clean them up if I messed it up in some way. Oh, I almost got them to punch each other. That was close. Still got 14. So it looks like I managed to kill the Barans. I mean, technically we can have somebody do the run where they bazooka at the other end of the wall, but I don't really want to put that on new players unless they've been practicing it. It's like I have to kind of make those quick judgment calls. I guess that's a little unfair of me to do that. Look at the money for Jaya. I mean, for the most part, that's just playing episode 4. Like, honestly, like, where a lot of our money came from, episode 4, 200k second place prizes. Just getting those over and over and over again while helping new players. Just ended up with so much money that way. Alright, so what I'm gonna do... I am going to assist where I can. Remotebattery, if you have a Twin Blaze, we could double Twin Blaze and Stunlock. If you don't have it, it's fine. I'll just try to catch if Spread Needle slips. I think it's Twin Blaze o'clock time. So we have so much roll ATP, especially your character. You have more than I do. If we do this, we should get good coverage. So even if it tries to go between monitors, it should just be for this stupid thing. That way the Spread Needle only has to attack every now and then. So that was fine. See, we got it in 2 monitors that way. Sometimes, chat, you just implement new strategies. You're just like, listen, just like, I have a feeling this will work. It'll be fine. It'll be faster than the 3 monitor cycle, which we may not even get. I love that I never moved from starting position, so I knew the boss would never hit me on the first one. That's called playing the game too much. When you know you don't have to move, There's no fear. I embrace death, chat. If I was wrong, I was ready to die for that decision on stream. Feel like you got me. Alright, so let's see. Alright, we're not first in the room, so we gotta be careful here with claws. Those can actually kill us. Alright, can I get the redemption turn? Let's find out. Maybe I have to do something like this, and I cut the corner like this. There we go. That's what I did wrong before. There we go. I didn't cut the corner. I was like going through my head like, what did I... Why didn't he target me? Is I still too slow? That's unfortunate. So if he target... Oh, is it the Ranger Syndrome? Oh, it's Ranger Syndrome. I think that's what happened. Because I was closer to him, he should have targeted me, but Rangers are Ranger. That is so sad I couldn't combo kill. I'm gonna telepipe in this room for assistance. Do whatever they want from there. I think that's what's also happening, because if you do that in single player, 100% the thing will focus you and not teleport. So even if... And the thing is like, if it faces you, it's way easier to hit the crystal, because its weak side is facing you. So I have to move to where the Ranger is. So see that time, like, I knew where the Sorcerer was gonna face, because it hates Rangers. So because of that, I was able to correct it. Also, we technically don't have to kill it. We just care about this. Yeah, so we got there faster with just 3 people by just cleaning up some movement. Although I need Shifta. There we go. Shifta. There we go.
Is that a monolith?
So yeah, we got to that room faster for sure compared to before. This will probably go slower though. So we had a pretty quick vault up overall because we just went for the twin blaze strategy. Really, red handgun doesn't kill this with Shift to 17. That is an unfortunate breakpoint. Ooh boy. Well, we're just gonna hope for crits. Because multi-shots here. See, this is where, like, technically, to dodge this, I could bring a Master Raven to do a triple shot. I do not own a Master Raven, though. I had one briefly, made Twin Bird, felt sad that Twin Bird was not as good as it should have been, and then basically don't use Twin Bird. I wish I knew, chat. I would have kept the Master Raven. Yeah, so I'm a little far away because we only have 3 people. We're gonna do our best here. Make sure to Zalore the boss, or else we're gonna take damage. So if I'm fast here, hold up and left, I should face the boss, then I have charge ray gun. I can get 2 shots, maybe 3 depending on how fast it's moving. We're gonna go to the right because it's more likely than not we'll dodge. Move past. I have a precarious position. I think this is safer. Yeah, this is safer. And kind of a lose-lose, I think, here. Man, I just cannot catch a break. Can it please stop targeting me? And please. Alright, where are you going? Still being targeted. So sad. 1 in 3 my butt, chat. Alright, there we go. I officially was not targeted. I get to make progress. Let's switch to Vulcan, even though it's a bit of a risky next phase with it on. Unfortunately, buffs wore off on everybody, except for me because I got it reapplied. Our damage is going to be very, very low on this phase. I'm going to purposely not put it below half health so we can burst it. I don't think we could do enough damage with people like this. Well, slightly too far. I took 1 step too close. I missed out some Vulcan shots. I don't really want to hit this boss again. Unless well, now I don't think it matters. Yeah, now it doesn't matter. They chat did too much damage. I'm gonna commit. you can soul link me all day. Just revive me, chat, when I die. I'm good. Okay. Short cycler. I think you'll live that as long as we do big damage. Yeah. Like, Vulcan's a little scary there for somebody low on HP. Block 1, Hisoka has found. Ankle card, nice. Okay. Yeah, let's loan out a mag to Kaiser, so Kaiser has stronger shift to D-Man, Zolor, etc. My reward was a music disc. Banner okay? Banner's just kind of lingering. Oh, there we go. Like, wait a minute, I got a banner in the middle of a congratulations. What do I do? GG. Guess I'll get the Whims of Fade. Yeah, we have to probably just use a few more grinders on our red handgun. We just got this not that long ago. We'll burn whatever grinders we have at our share bank. Rest are on our other characters, sadly. Yeah, a couple misplays from my side, including with Bothel, but that's fine. That should help a lot more. I need to pump it up just in case we're in this similar scenario again, that I can actually one-shot with red handgun. Like, just a little shy. And ATP does matter when you have 30% machine. I think 50 is the cap. We'll find out in real time. Yes. Okay. So if you have your techniques ready, Kaiser, I could just loan you a mind mag, so that way you can learn it real quick. We have like a million mags in our inventory at any given moment. Probably just give you one of these. If that's not enough to learn it, I'm calling shenanigans. Yeah, at least I remembered how to do the zigzag. It's just unfortunate. I guess if there's a ranger, it just doesn't matter if I get there early, because it won't focus me. Unless the ranger joins me on the zigzag, then I technically think it's fine. There we go. Using the mind mag to just learn all the techs. To make solo play way easier. Sometimes that 3 to 4 level difference makes a big difference, especially with range for buffs and debuffs. So we've seen before, level 15 Zalor does not reach Olga Flow, but level 20 and level 30 does. Sometimes just having that is good enough. Thank you, thank you. Hopefully that helps you with your play later. Rip my money. Damn, 92,000 in a run. That feels like when I was first learning TTF. That's where I was burning a lot of money, and then I realized, you know what? Once you hit a certain damage threshold, Charge Gun Year is good enough. D-Band is still 16. I don't remember if I picked up a D-Band 20. I remember seeing it on stream earlier. Let's see if it's in the share bag. Would it be worth to look for a Yunchang, or should I just get my miss set up to use Jaya? Honestly, it's hard to get a high enough hit Yunchang to make it worth using. Like, if you could get like a 35 or 40 hit one, like, it's good enough. It's basically just stronger version of Charge Gun Year. But honestly, Charge Gun Year is also good enough, as long as there's the lore. Because the problem with, like, the Disca is that, like, nobody usually targets the head. So you're only hitting 4 targets, where the spear will hit 4 to 5 anyway. And you'll be hitting the thing that's guaranteed to be weakened. And it's easier to dodge. No, I picked up a D-Band 15. My bad. Oh well, I'll keep an eye out for it. I might have some of my spare characters. But anyway, that should be a big quality of life change. Even if it's just like 4% more damage, it does add up. Because that means like faster screen kills, maybe combo kill potential. Yeah, we'll pause here for now. Let's wrap the stream up here. Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, Yunchang is theoretically really good, but the floor of it is harder to hit than just a Jaya. It's very easy to get Jaya comparatively. It's called run very hard mode Blue ID. You want to put like a million of them, let alone doing like actual ultimate Blue ID runs. So if you're super interested in a hunter long term, I usually would recommend a Blue ID from somebody, even if it's like a Blue ID ranger. Just somebody that can easily do episode 2 Seabed or Cal's Clock Challenge. No worries, it was fun playing with everybody. So I guess we'll recap. Phonuman is Blue ID, gonna level him soon. Ooh, Phonuman, you already saw. He is like the power level ID. Very hard mode, episode 4, beautiful. CCC, he can host those for people that have hell weapons, beautiful. So strong. He's okay at like RT for sure, but one of those things. But I feel like the alternative, which is not as expensive, is probably Excalibur to focus damage. Although that really just depends. Like, Excalibur's a bit more risky because you need to be able to drain health. I would say, like, Charge Gunyear requires, like, nothing. And if you're high enough ATP, which you should already be because you're higher level than me, should be good. Don't want to take 2 slots for Proof of Sword Saint. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I don't really need a lot of slots running this. Like, even right now, I only have Heavenly Arms, B101, Smart Link. I technically could just have one for Proof of Sword Saint instead of Heavenly Ability, if I wanted to land it. I don't have a spare Excalibur for him, or else I might do that. But if I was using more like Jazai and all those other things, I'd probably sub that in for sure. Because honestly, even just 30 hit is good enough. Like, 1 Proof of Sword Saint is fun. I don't think you need 2, because you'll just do normal heavy special repeatedly. And since you probably have a red ring, or maybe you have S parts, then the accuracy is not a problem beyond that. Otherwise, you might need 2 Proof of Sword Saints if you don't have red ring, maybe. I forget the exact breakdown in multiplayer. I don't think you need it in single player, but you might need it for multi. Either I'll get red ring soon to replace Kasami. I mean, Kasami's fun, for sure. End of week for sure, I swear. No problems. We tried getting TTF for you, it just didn't work out, sadly, today. Dango was the big winner the week, for sure. Dango getting PSG and Red Ring almost back-to-back. So his character is now complete. But we'll help newer players get complete there, I guess, as well. So from that standpoint, yeah, I mean, I think from the perspective of character IDs, it's good that we have players with varieties. You know, Green ID is pretty solid, Viridian's pretty solid. You know, I can carry up a lot of the random IDs, like not a lot of people run Orange necessarily. So I think at this point, most of my characters can run most areas. I think there's a couple of Rangers of mine that are still on the weaker end. And I would like to eventually get a better weapon for the HuCast. But in terms of like his ranged items, I think he's fine. He's got a solid Disca. It's not like best of the best, but it's good enough with 13 to hit what it needs to hit in multiplayer. Definitely hits what it needs to hit in single player. We got a good Vice, good Vulcan. Decent damage otherwise. we'll figure out where to go from there. As I said before, in terms of items that I'm hunting, I'm only really looking for X-Cal, Frozen Shooter, Baby Galatine, Cannon Rouge. I don't mind Daylight Scar, but I just don't do spaceship runs because I don't have Hell Needle. And outside of that, I think we'll eventually dedicate ourselves to probably a few weeks of learning the challenge mode stuff. But that'll be when I'm done with my next guide. I don't really want to focus on that and the challenge mode at the same time. That's a bit much. So we'll try to have a definition done for section IDs on recommendation. I'm going to go through the quest list one more time. I'm going to go through items one more time. And then after that, I don't see myself doing another guide unless there's something that's been requested. I think that covers everything that we would want to do. Maybe down the line, we'll have some more like quest-oriented ones if I really want to dedicate myself to it and step it up to get to like time attack level. But right now, I think, you know, the casual play is about where I want to leave it at. With some advanced strats mixed in, so we're not like purely beginner, but definitely could still improve. So anyway, I think from that standpoint, chat, I have nothing else to say. So thank you all for the birthday wishes. We had fun with PSO. We managed to get through TTF with a variety of characters. It is time to say goodbye. Thank you all for watching, and I guess we'll say goodbye to YouTube first. So hopefully we'll see you again in the next part. Along YouTube.